there's a character in the Dragon Ball series that literally siphons the life force out of people and turns them into nothingness. There's others that wipe out entire planets and civilizations like they're nothing. This guy literally took over the entire universe. So out of all the Dragon Ball characters you could pick for a horror video, this is probably not the one that you'd think of. Like, honestly, I probably would have picked Tien before that because, you know, at least he has a third eye. Surprisingly, though, this character actually ends up being even more terrifying than all the other ones I mentioned. Also, for the people who don't know Dragon Ball, this is Goku, he's the main character, and this is his son Goten. I'll explain the other stuff when it's needed throughout the video. Alright, let's talk about this. Second channel, this is Goten.exe by Morka or whatever, I don't know, but the link is in the description. You should go watch it. Trust me, this is really one you should go watch before you come back and see what I say. Now, I won't lie to you, I have seen part of this, but I don't even think it matters. This is insane. This might be genuinely not only one of the best put together, like, I don't even know what to call this. I was gonna say like a YouTube poop, but it's not even it's like that, but trust, it's wild. It's honestly pretty scary. It reminds me of that Rinse Cycle guy. I still gotta react to that Caillou video from Rinse Cycle. I just never did it. Also, I'm gonna start saying at the start of the video, let me know any other suggestions for stuff you want me to watch in the comments, and also subscribe if you like the video, I guess. I don't know, and like it and all that. Violated is insane. Alright, so this is Raditz. Raditz is Goku's brother, and he shows up and kidnaps his first son Gohan in the real version. And because of this, Goku has to team up with his enemy Piccolo so they can defeat Raditz. Also, one thing I want you guys to pay attention to is Goten's actual abilities, because those are really going to matter later on. I'm telling you they will now, so just pay attention. That should have already told him everything right there. Something I actually didn't notice before is that Raditz Scouter, which is this thing they wear over their eye to be able to see how strong somebody is, explodes when Goten asks him if Goku is his friend. Basically, the only reason that a Scouter would explode is because Goten is just so strong that it can't read how high his power level is and it overloads itself. So I just thought that was interesting to note. Great point. Also great point. I mean, he genuinely can't do anything. He's literally eating him. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. If this Goten did exist, Goku wouldn't be able to do anything about him until about Cell Saga. So, during that time, from then to now, he would basically be able to do whatever he wanted. And he would be getting stronger the whole time, so who knows. Also, what I find very funny is that nobody, except for Raditz, was slightly phased by the Super Saiyan transformation. I understand they don't know what Saiyans are yet, but like, someone getting that strong instantly, if this was actual Dragon Ball, it would have been like the biggest deal ever. Everyone would have freaked out so much. But here it's just like, he can do that, by the way. He can just turn Super Saiyan. It's not a big deal. This is how I imagine it would be like if you were in the Sonic.exe universe. Okay, how long is he doing that for? Why'd he kill me? I didn't even do anything. And we're back here. This is Vegeta, this is Nappa, alright? They come as backup for Raditz after Raditz loses to Goku and Piccolo, as I showed you before. And also, the reason that I'm explaining all this stuff is both for the people that might not be familiar with Dragon Ball, and also the people that might know Dragon Ball but just don't really know the story or why certain things happen, because it's kind of important so you understand, like, how we're getting from point A to point B. Now, in the original, they have about a year, and let's just say when Vegeta and Nappa get there, they cause a little bit of issues on Earth, okay? But obviously, in this case, they're not gonna have that chance. Let's just put it like that, okay? Let's just say that. Why do they live in an isekai world? This is like... What? This looks like they already died. Now they're in their spin-off universe. Honestly, I think Nappa got the good part out of this. Also, Vegeta just wiped out probably like 10,000 people, but Anyway, I think he got lucky, dude, considering what Goten, sorry, did to Raditz. I would rather have that happen than this. Yeah, I would be thinking the same thing if this happened to me right now. Okay, I don't even understand what he did that time. He just reduced it. He reduced him to like nothing. He unironically just deleted this guy's matter from the atmosphere. I don't even know what just happened. He like sent him to another dimensional plane. He just actually got isekai'd. But also, editor, we gotta think of something here. Think of something good for the background. We gotta think of the scariness factor here, okay? This guy is not just regular Super Saiyan level. Let's remember this. For a regular Super Saiyan, okay, when Super Saiyan was actually valuable, people would freak out. They'd say, oh, he's a Super Saiyan. He's a Super Saiyan. But the difference is pretty stark. 3 big differences. Number 1, he literally froze time, okay? Just straight froze it. Or maybe he didn't freeze it, but it was just like his energy, his bloodlust, his whatever he's got going on changed the actual colorscape of the area that he was around. We saw this too on Turtle Island, right? Where the whole sky and everything, it all turned black and red. So somehow he has an effect on the matter around him and possibly other things, because the other thing he did was he managed to instantaneously do whatever he did to Vegeta, which means his ability in terms of speed is probably unreal, but I think what's weirder or scarier or whatever is, again, just what he did to Vegeta. He reduced this guy to atoms. I don't even understand how he did that. Usually in Dragon Ball, they just blow him up. I don't even know what he just did. Someone needs to call Zeno, dude. Someone actually needs to call Zeno to delete this guy off of the... delete the whole universe. Just hurry up and do that. It's the only way, genuinely. Here we go again. Is this just a common occurrence that he eats people? Okay, I really don't know how Goku's actually disciplining him, to be honest. He's like fodder right now. Goku's not strong at all. Okay, so I'm cutting in for some lore here. Basically, in the original story, they end up going to this planet called Namek because they need to get the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish back all the people that they lost in the battle against Vegeta and Nappa. I mentioned them earlier. And while they're on Namek, they end up meeting this character called Frieza, who is this space tyrant that has ended a lot of people's lives on a lot of planets and wiped out a lot of civilizations. And he wants to get the Namekian Dragon Balls because he wants to wish for immortality. So anyway, Goten is about to speed through that process because in the original, you know, they have this long, arduous series of battles, and then Goku has to fight Frieza a whole long amount of time, and then Namek explodes. It's a whole big thing, honestly. But yeah, Goten's about to speedrun all that. Did Goten do that? How do they even know where Namek is? I feel like there's a lot of things to be confused about here. The Vine Boom is insane. How did Krillin even know who Frieza was? I think there's a lot of confusing things happening here. Okay, why do you call them that? I like how everyone else has like this super sleek art style, and then Goten just looks like that. Why is he like Dragon Ball Super? Bro, why would you even say that? No shit. That was the most unnecessary information to give anyone. This scene takes place in the 3rd movie, A Tree of Might, and this is Turles. He looks like Goku. That's pretty much all you need to know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Also, why did they only feel his presence like when he's standing right near them? Shouldn't they already be noticing that? You can literally hear him coming. Well, it's over.
Oh, crap basket.
Okay, why did he say it in English when the whole time? Whatever. Okay, this scene takes place in the 5th movie, Cooler's Revenge. Cooler is that guy from earlier, Frieza's brother, who's obviously here to avenge his brother. So that's really all you need to know. The only other thing I will say is Cooler is really strong, but that really doesn't matter for this one, does it? Man, you can't even make stew around here? Is that a punishment now? I mean, illegal? You know what I meant. Well, everyone here is about to get reduced to, like, I don't even know. I don't even know what he's gonna do to them. I'm scared to know. Okay, that was actually pretty tame. I mean, he literally ate somebody. That was actually less bad. This is Future Trunks. He's from the future, as you can get from his name. He's from this alternate timeline where basically these characters called the androids, Android 17 and 18 specifically, end up destroying, like, the whole world, and he lives in this horrible, destroyed city. Almost all of the main Dragon Ball Z characters are dead at this point, and I'm not gonna get into the whole storyline because it really doesn't matter, but all you need to know is that because of this, Trunks, with the help of his mom, ends up getting a time machine, goes to the timeline that we're watching, and ends up helping our main characters, and through that, training, becoming stronger, going back to his timeline, and defeating the androids. That's basically all you need to know, because he's going to show up several times in this little video series. Okay, why does Trunks look evil? He looks like Sonic.exe Trunks. His eyes look like in those old compilations where you'd see like Super Saiyan 15 and his eyes would be black. Also, better question. He knows that Gohan exists in his timeline, so how does Goten exist first? Is he even like his actual kid? Like, I don't understand. Is he like a demon that just came to the Dragon Ball universe and took the form of Goten? Like, I don't get it. Where is Gohan at? Does he just not exist?
Well,
at least he sounds like his father. So maybe he is Goku's kid still. How did he even have enough time to get in there and leave? He like instantly deleted everyone else. You know it's bad, dude, when the Five Nights at Freddy's music, the hallway theme is going. It's over, dude. It's actually over. How do you even get an animatronic death? I also find it funny that Goten was so terrifying that Trunks would rather go back to his horrible future timeline than actually deal with this. He's not even animatronic. He's a human. Is he still in the middle of dying? How is that even possible? What is Goten putting them through? This is Android 19 and 20. They're evil. That's literally all you need to know. Well, they're about to get completely obliterated. Okay. He already got turned into a washer? That's actually very useful. Well, he's got to turn him into the dryer then. How did he even... Wait. We're missing over the point. How was he able to even do that? He took an android and rebuilt it into a completely different appliance in like a second. Not even a second. With no sound. Goten might be in the talks for one of the strongest anime characters ever, dude. How is this possible? I think it's worse that he didn't put a dryer with it. Just a washer and a toaster. What are you gonna do with that? Unless that's an oven, maybe? That might just be really stupid. That might just be an oven. Oven and a toaster. And in that case, it makes perfect sense. Well, it's the end for you. Is Android 18 the coffee maker? Oh no, he's in the coffee maker. Okay, that's actually horrific. Dude, I think that's the other thing that's scarier is that like Goten takes enjoyment out of making these people die in like the most creative, grotesque ways. That's way worse than if he just blew them up. You know what I mean? Getting blown up, that's like instantaneous. You're not even gonna care. Well, you would still care, but you know what I mean. But this is like, it's, even if it's quick, it's like just so much more disrespectful and grotesque. And then if you see it, you know this is about to happen to you. And if his mustache came out of the toaster, does that mean that all his internals are still inside of the toaster? How does that work? You know, there's a lot to be thought about here that I'm confused about. Wait, does that mean you have to plug the appliances in to work? Because that toaster worked without him plugging it in. Listen, we're getting off topic. This is actual Saw level, like, psychotic behavior. This is unbelievable. That's what I'm saying. Who is this guy? How does he exist? How is he that strong? Yeah, I'm sure, dude. This is Imperfect Cell. I already talked about him at the start, but all you really need to know is that he took out a lot of people, okay? That's really it, because it will be very relevant in a second. Why does his appearance unironically keep getting scarier? Nani? Cell? Dude, imagine dying to yourself. And now he has Cell eyes. So Cell's gonna have to go through all the deaths or whatever that he was like. Yeah, he's gonna have to go through like all the deaths. I thought at first Goten transformed into Cell, but it's like he's going through all the deaths that he caused already. This is insane. This is the worst thing he's done yet. How can he even do that? Does he have a stand? What? This is unbelievable. I'm seldom truly so shocked in the sense of like, I just don't know what to say. But I really don't know what to say. Well, I know what to say. Here's my theory on Goten. First of all, I do think that this version of Goten is like some kind of interdimensional being that may have also manipulated time and space in order to go manifest itself as Goku's son, Goten. This could be why Goten is the first child instead of Gohan like in the actual series, and it would also explain how time sped up in the first episode, you know, when Goten's like eating Piccolo or whatever he's doing. We've seen this guy manipulate matter, hop dimensions with ease, move much faster than light, for example when he turned the androids into appliances, and of course, he somehow threw Cell into a purgatory where he had to experience all of the deaths that he caused. I'll probably say that at the very least he's stronger than 99% of the Dragon Ball universe and is 100% a multi-dimensional threat considering how easily he was able to manipulate matter and hop dimensions. So yeah, in conclusion, this character is genuinely terrifying because of its seemingly unstoppable and cruel nature to anyone it doesn't perceive as an ally, to the point that it genuinely tortured the androids. I do wonder if Trunks is right about Goten having some good in him though, because he definitely got some enjoyment from what he did. How has like Beerus or any more powerful being not noticed this? This guy is hopping dimensions with no effort, okay? Even Goku Black couldn't do that. He had to have that ring or whatever. Like, how is this possible? I want to see so much more of this. I just cannot even imagine, like, what he's gonna do to Boo. And what about the other movie villains? Broly, Janemba, Android 13. Who else do we even got? To be fair, they did skip a lot. It's not like he did like Dr. Wheelo and all that. But you know, this is wild. This is unbelievable. I keep repeating the same thing. I don't even know what to say. I'll probably have to add a lot in post because there's just, I feel like I need to take a step back and really like think more about what I want to say here. But anyway, look, if you like the video, like it. If you want to subscribe. I don't know what to say. Please go watch this guy's original videos, dude. That was incredible. And yeah, suggest me stuff below. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out of here.